is a Hoover Junior U1012 upright vacuum cleaner that you have seen before. Looks very familiar indeed. I don't have the bag for it, he didn't drop that off. This just sounds dry. It needs to come apart and go back together, so we shall do something with this. And then, well, almost finally, this U1012 that a very kind stranger gave me, who found me from my newspaper article. I'm 50-50. It is a U1012 from June 1976, and it is okay. That will retro bite up, but it needs new handles because these have been bolted in like so, and it's different to, say, a normal Junior handle because the bag thing sits higher. Fairly sure they are different indeed, and it has no bumper. So what I thought I'll do is leave this one and use it as a parts donor for anything else that's needed. But then again, we've already got a parts donor, so I don't quite know. It might just get sold as it is. You'll have to just wait and see. But with no before video. This is just something that I did because I was fed up of seeing it looking so tatty, and wow, have I uncovered a little gem. Yes, hello my vacuum cleaner chums. How are you today? This hasn't been mine for a while, actually. A certain viewer of mine will remember it. Thank you very much to the person who I met at Oxford service station, crikey, way back before lockdown 1. I remember us jovially talking about that little virus thing that was somewhere in the world. Ha ha! How we can laugh now in 2021. Yeah, we met this and he just wanted to give it a good home, so I picked it up because, hey, it was very nice of somebody to offer, but I didn't really want it, as in I saved it, but didn't know what I was going to do with it. As you can tell, it's still not perfect. But then a good friend of mine said, oh, I'd like that, please. You know, I like a 1012. So I thought, great, you can have it as it is, you can do it. And obviously then we couldn't go anywhere. And then in the middle of that, said friend picked up some stuff for me that he still got hold of. So I thought, what better way when we can eventually meet for me to say thank you for holding on to some stuff for me than to give him a refurbished U1012 with just a couple of little issues, which are easily sorted. One of them is, as you can tell, the handle bail is a little bit iffy. It'll work if you're careful, but yet the notches aren't fab and it does drop down. The other big thing, and this is something that affects these cleaners, the 1012 especially, the cord hooks were completely scrapped. You probably saw that in the little bit of the video we saw during Hoover Junior Week last year, because this machine was my spares machine, and it turns out all I needed for, if it was Snappy or Squeak, one of them, was the belt pulley, and then this sat doing nothing, and obviously I don't like them sat incomplete, and it just seemed a waste to not do something with it. So this is just two cord hooks I'd taken off of an old senior handle and screwed in. They are still screwed. They're in the original holes though, and if you found a pair of decent cord hooks or could remove a set of cord hooks better than I did, you could quite easily epoxy and rivet and bolt them on. But yeah, what these are solid enough and they hold the cable, which is quite frankly all we care about. The other reason that's a little bit important is because on these, it's not a normal handle. It's not a 1334A or 1346. The bag holder is taller, so you can't just chuck any old handle on. You have to make sure it's from one of these. It's what makes it a pain. It has been retro brighted in my little retro bright box, which time of filming this I haven't actually shown you yet, even though I filmed quite a lot of it. I should carry on. It's getting a little bit blotchy just sitting here, I'll be honest, but it's certainly a million times better than it was. Plus, these weren't white anyway. This should be a dark cream. But if you can see underneath, look, it does match under there. So I'm hoping that that blotching is actually it balancing out, and maybe I took it too white and now it's going back to normal. But again, for something that somebody's having for free, it's okay. Bit of a polish, the usual. It's very good. Even got very lucky with the brush roll. I can't paint at the minute, it's too cold outside, and luckily I had one done, although that means now that I can't do any more Hoover Juniors because it's too cold to paint the brush rolls when I do them, and I don't want a stack of brush rolls waiting for machines. Plug. Oh, plug. We have a very nice Dura plug. Look at that, rubber plug. The cable input is immaculate, hasn't been cut. Overall, a very nice example, which will be staying with the machine. I think it suits it quite well. Plug it back in. Yes, we never actually heard this run. I don't think I turned it on, and I haven't turned it on until I refurbished it. And, oh, let's just lift that up. And what a lovely thing it is. Hello. We've gone and done the big whoopsie on a Hoover Junior. You know when you buy a Hoover Junior and it's covered in hair and detritus around the belt spindle? That's how it happens though. I caught a little bit of plastic. So always check around here, because eventually over the decades it wears the spindle down. There we go, that's fine. Yeah, beautiful. But yeah, it works really well. Like I've not had a Junior work quite that smoothly for a while, so I'm definitely glad it has been done. It's certainly going to be nicer to store until I could drive the couple of 100 miles to go and see my friend without getting a massive fine, to give him his Hoover Junior and get my own stuff and say thank you very much for keeping it. He doesn't know this yet. This is quite nice at the time of filming this, and I probably won't tell him either. I'll keep it a surprise. He knows he's getting the machine, but doesn't know that I've refurbished it. So hopefully we get swapped over before this video goes live. But yeah, just another, this is actually my first U1012 that I have actually refurbished, and I've had about 3 of them. They are very popular machines. Everybody seems to like them for projects. Don't quite see the bother myself. I think I'd rather just have an easier to get hold of U1436A. But then again, the big draw to this machine, and bag has had some prior repair. Oh no! Broken it now. Gah, scrap. It has been sewed, but the rest of it is immaculate. And the U1012 is a top fill bag. It was the first. I think it basically sort of tested out all of this gubbins before these changed shape and became the whatever they were. See Mr. Steve Cook's channel. He's done a load of videos on those. So yeah, that is the big draw for these machines, and that's why the top bag hook is higher, and why it's all just a little bit bespoke. And as much as the top fill bag is nice, you can hack a 1346A into a top fill bag if you really want to and get okay results. Just makes the bag look a little bit stupid. That's way easier than trying to find a decent one of these. Even this isn't a decent one. It still has some things needed, preferably a new handle bail and some new cord hooks, because the handle is mint. So again, dilemma, do you fix it or do you try and find one with good paint? Oh, who would collect vintage vacuum cleaners, eh? Sadly I do, and for now this one is another one done. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.